So hello and welcome to today's episode of Bully Mysteries. Today we have an unidentified media mystery involving a rather unusual photo involving the mascot from Bully, which is seen here. And yes, that is absolutely terrifying. Now in May 2025, Spectre did actually post this picture to Twitter claiming it was taken at E3 2005 at Rockstar's booth, and the person in the mascot outfit was hired by Rockstar to promote Bully. But as you can probably tell from the video, I'm not entirely sure that's the case. But we also have a lot of questions. Where was the photo taken, who by, and who's actually in this photo? Now some of you might see this photo and think it must be AI. We do live in that era where people can just AI generate images of pretty much anything they want. So first of all, we'll address the AI concerns. And I can safely say with a lot of confidence that this is definitely not an AI generated image. Not only because the woman has a normal hand instead of having 7 fingers, but because the earliest instance of this image was actually found on Instagram in January 2022, posted by Instagram user whatcosts, however the hell you pronounce this. And AI generated images back then looked like fever dreams. And whatcosts also has a second image of the mascot with this woman as well. So AI definitely not. And yes, there are probably still a couple of you out there who believe this is AI, but I ran it through an AI image checker as well, and it only gives a 1% chance of this being AI. So let's take a look at the image in depth. Now to the left we can see a PS3 logo. Now the PS3 itself obviously was announced in 2005 and released in 2006. And this logo in particular was used until 2009 where they rebranded to this one. Whether this is an improvement or not, you can debate that on a different video, but we can already narrow this down to 2005 to 2009. There's also this poster here which is quite indistinguishable that says September 2000 and something, and depending on how you see things it could be 2005, 2006 or 2008, definitely not 2007. Now if we take a look at the second image we can see a game in the background, but what game is it? I initially thought this might have been Need for Speed Carbon. The HUD does look quite similar to it, but there's one caveat to this, and that is there is no daytime at all in Need for Speed Carbon. Even looking at E3 footage doesn't reveal much, so it's very likely not that. But then I remembered Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition exists, and Dub Edition Remix came out in 2006 and the original came out in 2005. And yes, it does look very similar, but there's one thing that throws me off, and that is the HUD. But then I realised that this is more than likely Midnight Club LA, because on the same picture we can see another game on another screen. And looking at these two side by side with Midnight Club LA, we can see a very strong resemblance in the HUD. And Midnight Club LA was supposed to release on September 9th, 2008, and then it was delayed until October. So I believe this disproves this image is from E3 2005. Midnight Club LA did not come out until 2008. But there is one very strange oddity here. We can see people in the background playing this game. Now Rockstar don't really do any kind of public, private demos like this. The only one that's kind of known about is Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare in 2010 at Comic Con. And even then that was about a week or two before the game even dropped. So unless there's some never before heard demo about Midnight Club that I'm missing, who knows where this was. So that was my next question, find out where this picture was taken. So taking a look at the woman's shirt, it has Guild Wars on it, with an indistinguishable sub-logo on it, and I could not find this sub-logo anywhere because I thought it might have been, say, some kind of DLC or update or whatever. I'm very unfamiliar with Guild Wars, as you can probably tell. So I looked on the Guild Wars wiki, and Guild Wars itself did make very recurring appearances at E3 starting at 2003, and making very frequent reappearances across the years as well. However, there is one catch here. NCSoft, the creators of Guild Wars, skipped E3 in 2008, and Bully itself didn't come to PC until October 21st, 2008. So this tells us this was more than likely not E3 at all, but instead it might have been from a completely different event. But the question is, which one? Well, I did try to find the various events that the Guild Wars team were going to, and try to cross-reference it with some Rockstar ones. Yes, as you can probably tell, this is autism at its finest, and I believe I managed to find one. And I believe it was at the Leipzig Games Convention in Germany, which was hosted in late August 2008. So, perfectly ripe for this event to promote Bully and Midnight Club LA. And yes, as I said, Guild Wars was present here too. And thankfully, while I was looking on Flickr for some photos, we do have a load of photos of Rockstar's booth at this event as well, promoting Midnight Club LA. News articles did actually mention that Bully merely got a single poster displaying the Bully logo with the words "coming soon to PC", in German of course. Now because this photo has this woman wearing the Guild Wars shirt, I did a search for them on Flickr and found out that NCSoft did actually document their time in Germany very well, alongside also snapping photos of various cosplayers when they went to Memorabilia in Birmingham in the same year. So it seems like they really had fun and just took a lot of pictures with cosplayers. Now, I could not find this photo in particular, but in quite a few of their photos you can see Rockstar's logo in the back. Well, that's going back to the event in Germany of course, not Birmingham. So not entirely unlikely that one of the employees may have snapped a quick photo with a mascot. So I think that does answer the question of where this picture was taken, at the Leipzig Games Convention in Germany 2008. But looking at more photos from the event, I found this one taken at the MCLA booth taken by Kimberly Matsuzaki. It seems that Rockstar were way more laid back at this event than they were at E3, where they pretty much fence everybody off and you're not allowed in. Now I know some of you might be thinking, try and look for some other photos of the Midnight Club LA booth and see if the mascot's in the background. But unfortunately I couldn't see the mascot in the background of any of them. So while I think we have nailed down the question of when and where this was taken, we still have one big question. Was this guy hired to be the mascot by Rockstar? Or was he just a random cosplayer? I think given the context of the event it is legitimately 50-50 odds on if this is a cosplayer or somebody who was hired. On the one hand, the costume is made exceptionally well, something Rockstar would probably fork out big cash for. But on the other hand, why go to the effort to promote a game that merely got a single poster and no booth? Now to be fair here, I did also only find one photo of GTA 4 at this booth as well, and given the car in front is the one from the Midnight Club LA cover, I wouldn't be surprised if this entire Rockstar booth was predominantly Midnight Club LA themed and GTA 4 and Buddy's PC release was just there as an added bonus, which makes a lot of sense when you think of it. At the time, Midnight Club LA was a brand new upcoming release and Buddy and GTA 4 were just, well, being re-released again on PC. There's nothing to really get hyped for unless you're a PC player. I think we've answered most of the questions as said, we just need to figure out if this guy was a cosplayer or just hired. So yeah, for the third time now, we've answered the main questions, we just don't have the answer if this is a cosplayer or if it's somebody who was hired by Rockstar. And if it was hired by Rockstar, what happened to that mascot suit afterwards? Like, I can't imagine Rockstar would just pay big money to use it once and never again. And if this guy was hired by Rockstar to wear this mascot outfit, you got to ask the question why, because it does seem like the entire booth was heavily Midnight Club themed. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you think of this video down below. Thank you for watching and have a great day, and hopefully we can find out the mystery to this soon.